J-Dub, what are your thoughts? And this is one thing I always tell everybody, especially with the Los Angeles Lakers. Jerry West had the special innate ability to go out and get that one player, such as yourself. He drafted me. He traded Norm and got Byron Scott. What are your thoughts about Jerry West and his ability to transform that team into a legendary team?
Yeah, Jerry West can do on the phone in 10 minutes what it takes most GMs to, 3 or 4 months to do. Coop, I tell you what he did for me. I was really quick, had a lot of talent, but once you're in the NBA, you get exposed.
Yeah.
I play on my back to the basket, and I could usually beat my man, but when you beat your man and all of a sudden you turn into Mark Eaton, or you turn into Manute Bol, or somebody like that. So Jerry West sent me to Pete Newell's camp, and he said, James, you got to face up. And that's when I started to hit the jump a little bit. But he has the ability to see things that other people can't see. He sees the missing pieces. Most people would have gone after, Dominique Wilkins, just to get a chance. But he saw that that's not what the Lakers needed, You needed somebody to fit in, have a good attitude, show up. Not that Dominique doesn't have all of that. But he also, Coop, understands what makes the engine work. Got to have a good battery. Got to have a good spark plug.
Yep.
Got to have a good carburetor. You got to have, good oil. All that. You just can't have one good battery, one good engine. Everything's got to be perfect, and they have to sink in together. And that's what he's good at, man. I haven't seen any other GM that has that ability. And as far as, in my opinion, what I saw, he put that whole Laker organization together. I know Dr. Buss is very insightful and other guys, but Jerry West was, he was key. AC Green, who would ever thought that? Bringing guys like Larry Spriggs and Mike McGee off the bench, when we needed them for 3 or 4 minutes. So he had a special ability to see what the team needed and had a good pulse of what the team was.
And Jerry also had that ability to, when there was friction or something going on with star players or key players, and you can talk about Shaq and Kobe, he always could sit those players down and get them to buy into team, what it was all about. And that was the one thing I really appreciated about Jerry, because he was like a dad to all of us.
He was. And a lot of the things that we wore on our shoulders, on our sleeve, he'd already worn on his.
Yep.
So, back in the 60s when Elgin Baylor was his guy, kind of helped him, intro him to this. So he kind of knew, and, you always saw him standing up there watching everything. He knew when you had a rough day at home or if you were moody. He kind of knew, and he'd pull you in. He kind of knew what was happening. And, Jerry was great, man. He knew how to bounce players off of each other, So yeah, he was good, and he was also good at not over celebrating. We win like 7 games in a row, and he was never happy unless we lost the 2. He said, "Well, you guys are winning without playing your best." So he always kept us abreast. We never really had to worry about being complacent or things like that with Jerry around.